Hi everyone, and welcome back to the vlog. My name is Kaley Gray, and today is a really special day. I have my dad on the vlog with me, so welcome, Dad.
I'm glad to be here today.
So my dad is not only my dad, but he's also my pastor. So I guess just growing up, I always called him Pastor Brad and
Or PB.
PB. So yeah, so today we are going to be doing some dad nuggets, which are just words of wisdom that my dad has taught me over the years. So we're going to just share a few of those. So the first one is lists and systems. Why are those important?
Well, to me, I don't like to have to look for stuff. So I just have always tried to ingrain in my family that if you have a set of car keys, always put them in the same spot every time. And just everything. I like to make lists to get stuff done. A lot of people worry about all the things they have going on in their life and what they have to get done. And if you take them out of your head and put them on a piece of paper, then they're manageable. Yeah. And then you can maybe get less stressed out. So I think that's a good way.
It is. If you ever come to our house, you'll always see a sheet of paper on the kitchen table with a list of things that needs to be done. So.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So another dad nugget that you have taught me over the years is to live within margin.
Yeah, living with margin is very important. A lot of people kind of overextend themselves, especially young kids starting out. I've watched as I've pastored a church for over 20 years that sometimes they'll go out and they'll buy a new car and they don't really factor in at their age, their insurance rates are going to be real high. And then they extend themselves and then they don't have any fun. They can't go anywhere or put gas in the car because all their money is going to the payments and insurance. So if we, plan ahead, I always say live within 80% of what you make. Give 10 and save 10. And if you can do that, that's a good principle. You can put some money away for an emergency day, and also you have some money to spend and go out and do some of the stuff you want to do.
Yeah, because that's something you've always taught me to do, is definitely have at least $1,000 in a special savings just in case there is emergency or something that does happen, so that you do have that emergency fund. So.
And then you have to borrow from Dad.
And then you don't have to borrow from Dad, which I don't think I have, but anyways. All right. So another dad nugget that you've always taught me and the boys is, especially even through coaching, because you've been our coach through sports and everything. He was never officially my dance coach. My mom was, but I feel like you always pretended. You'd be like, tighten up your arms or whatever. You need to do that sharper or something. So I feel like you thought you were a dance coach sometimes, but...
Well, I know I can pick out problems a lot. I mean, it's a gift, I guess, or it can be a curse also, but I have no rhythm. I can't clap, can't sing, but I can kind of tell what looks nice.
So the nugget that you've always taught us is, if you can't be the best, do your best.
That's very important. Anything we do in life, we want to do the best we can. I learned this a lot, and just about coaching too. We talked about coaching a minute ago. I would probably, if I had to do over again, I would not want to be my kid's coach. I don't think it's a good idea all the time. It was fun. There is some good memories, but also it did bring a little bit of stress into the home from time to time. But, the idea of you can always do your best. There's always somebody out there going to be better on you in a certain day, but you can always do your best. And really, you're just playing against yourself sometimes. You always want to try your hardest. It's not wrong if you get beat every now and then, but what's wrong if you beat yourself? Yeah. And so you should always try your best, and that transfers over into work. You may not love your job, you may not like your job, what you're doing. Maybe that's not your dream job, but you can always be the best. And I've just found out in my life several occasions that, I maybe didn't want to do a certain thing, but I've always had a good work ethic, and on several occasions, I was the last man out the door on the job. Everybody else got laid off or fired, and they kept me till the end. And so that just shows that if you care, people notice, and you do a good job.
Going back to the story of you coaching, are you thinking of the story I'm thinking of?
Yeah, probably.
He was my coach. I was probably 10?
10 years old.
I didn't even want to play softball. I went up to wait to get either hit by the ball, or I would want to be walked. I never wanted to swing the bat. And so he really wanted me to swing the bat. And so then one time he made me so mad. We were out there practicing. He was pitching to me. I don't even know what you said to me,
It was riling you up.
Yeah, he was trying to rile me up so I'd hit the ball. I spit at him all the way from home plate. I mean, it didn't go far, but...
I was 33 feet away, so I was safe.
Yeah, so that was like the joke in our family, like, are you going to get spitting mad? So
yeah, because Kaley was always kind of mellow.
Yeah.
In some ways, you know, and
I enjoyed sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
I'd be like, let me sit here. So our next dad nugget is one that I feel like I'm still learning, is asking questions.
Sounds real simple, but it is kind of complicated. That before you make a phone call or talk to somebody, I think it's smart to kind of think about, what do you really need to know? What's the information you're going for? And it's good to ask the right questions, because sometimes we get something in our head and we assume, because we think the outcome is going to go our way, so we assume how it's going to turn out or what's going to happen, but that may not be the case. But if we ask the right questions and being able to find out the information that we really need to make a quality decision, then I believe that's going to help us in the long run.
Yeah, because there's been multiple phone calls where I've called you and you're like, well, did you ask this question? And I was like, no, I didn't even think of that question. So I'm definitely learning, and have been learning over the years, to ask the right questions. So.
Amen.
But all right, the last dad nugget that we're going to do today is learning to be self-sufficient. And I'll let you explain more of that, but I just remember you always not making me, but encouraging me to do this. And like, if my car, the oil need changed, you'd be like, well, call him, make an appointment. You know, you would go with me out there and make sure it was done, but you wanted me to take the initiative to be able to do things. So
yeah, I think it's important that we be able to take care of business. My mom raised me to be self-sufficient, and you know, since I've been a Christian, I've been God sufficient. But with that, I believe that also we need to be able to take care of our own business, and to not have to rely on other people, in the sense to do what we're supposed to take care of ourselves. And you know, I think that's good that we can have that initiative and that confidence, I guess, with what God's put inside of us, where we can, you know, just take care of what we feel needs to be done. And you know, Kaley was a fast learner. She did really good at that. So she likes to take care of business. So I'll give her that. Yeah.
Well, I get it from him. So.
I don't know about that, but evidently we do.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Dad.
Oh, this is sweet. Amen.
I love that.
Proud of this girl right here.
Oh.
Yep. She's my favorite daughter.
I'm your only daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel. I do weekly videos every Friday, and be sure to give it a thumbs up. So we will see you guys next Friday.